This is my first time memory keeping in my 2023 planner, which was very nerve-wracking, but this is my biggest, or at least fattest, planner to date. If you're wondering what all went into putting this planner together, I am going to be linking a video down below that goes over what all I have in this planner and my process of putting it together. That video really does reveal kind of how crazy and chaotic my thought process is when it comes to my planners. This week I'm going to be using the kit called Winter Cabin from the shop Planner Pixie Co. For the month of January, I'm trying to stick with winter themed kits with kind of like icy, snowy blue colors. So this kit really fit my overall month theme pretty well. And my cat Minerva is going to jump up here pretty soon and kind of hang out in the video for a little bit just to show her support. This was my first time doing any kind of planning in these Sadies Stickers inserts. So first thing I wanted to do was test out what it was like to use whiteout on this paper. And I think it's okay. You can still kind of tell where the whiteout ends and where the paper begins, or where the paper ends and the whiteout. I don't know. You know what I mean. It's not as bad as with the Happy Planner paper. I feel like the Happy Planner paper doesn't match any kind of whiteout brand at all. So it's always super obvious when you use whiteout. And it's not as bad on this paper, I think. And I just tried the one kind of whiteout tape, so maybe I can find a type of whiteout that'll match this paper perfectly. Lately, I've really been able to get comfortable with planning with stickers again, and really getting the feel for how I like to put those stickers down. So changing up things by using these inserts really kind of threw me for a loop. And it's not just because Minerva kept getting in the way, although that certainly didn't help. But the spacing is definitely different on these pages than with the regular Happy Planner Classic vertical pages that I'm used to. And that's the reason why I got these inserts, because they're different, and they're different in how I want them to be different. But it definitely makes it more challenging to know what I want to do with stickers on these pages, since especially like this bottom section is so drastically different. The Happy Planner pages definitely have a much smaller space to put bottom washi. So if I was using a Happy Planner pages, or at least a vertical layout like I'm used to, I would only be able to put one of those smaller washi strips down. But on these pages, I was able to put both. And this top section is definitely different as well, since I'm used to having to navigate around giant printed dates at the top of the page. Luckily, these inserts are undated, and so that top section is left blank. So luckily, I don't have to use as much whiteout anyway, so I don't really have to worry about that so much. And then it's just different, kind of working with a completely blank space up there. I definitely like it, but it will take a little bit more time, I think, to get used to. Even at this point, though, I was really starting to like how this looks compared to the other Happy Planner pages. And nothing against the Happy Planner at all. I love Happy Planners, obviously. The kind of skeleton of this giant 2023 planner is still Happy Planner stuff. It's just, with my style of planning, I think this sort of layout is going to suit me a lot better. I'm really liking how there's so much space at the top and the bottom, and I definitely prefer having those gaps in between each day, instead of, all of the days kind of running into each other. This kit also is helping me feel a little bit more comfortable in kind of this new space. There are date dots in this kit, which I love. I love when sticker kits come with date dots, and I feel like that trend is kind of fading. I don't see as many sticker kits with date dots anymore, and that's understandable. I feel like so many people use foil now, or just write in their own dates. It's not really necessary, and it takes up a ton of space. And I think most people just use the 1 week of dates and then throw the rest of them away. So I get it. I get why people don't use them in their kits anymore when they're printing them out and making them, but I love having the date dots in there. I hate how my handwriting looks when I write numbers, and especially since I use the same colors for the most part for a whole month, I'll be able to get some use out of these date dots probably in future weeks if I end up using a kit that doesn't have dates, if that makes sense. Ugh, sorry about how many times I just used the word date there. Yikes. But moral of the story, I love date dots and I wish every kit had them, even though I understand why they're usually not included. But it just makes it that much more exciting when they are. So I did want to add some religious holidays for this week, which there were many, well, more than a standard week, I guess. So I was able to use these little like label type stickers that came with the kit, and then these little crosses from Planner Kate that actually ended up matching pretty well. Even though the days are separated out, I am still going to try to keep with my kind of color blocking-ish style where if there's a choice of colors to use for a sticker, I'll try to use the color that best matches what I have for that day, which is shown by the headers at the top. What you're seeing me grab right now is just plain Avery sticker paper that I have been using by just like cutting up and kind of using it as like a box extender. I went through a sheet of box extender stickers pretty quickly, too quickly, and it would just be way too much money and effort, I think, to keep buying more. And this way I can cut the paper to the size that I need based off of the other stickers that I'm using and how I'm going to be laying it down. I'm definitely still struggling with this technique, but I do think I've gotten a lot better at it than the first time that I tried it just with like official box extender stickers in my 2022 memory keeping planner. So I'm getting better at this. I'm still not great, but definitely getting better. Hopefully by the time I get through this 2023 planner, I'll be like a pro. I also made a mistake because the only plain sticker paper that I have is removable, and it's like super removable, which is nice for when I'm doing other things, but I do kind of wish that it was a little bit more permanent or not as easily removable when I do my memory keeping planning, but it's fine. I make it work. But one of the reasons why I like making these like sticker flap things is because it lets me hide details and photos and stuff, and kind of what you initially see just looking at the initial spread. So I'm going to be putting some work information in my sidebar here just for some projects and things that I was working on for that week. And first of all, there's some things I just don't want posted all over social media. And also, I want to be able to actually write little notes and stuff and like not have to worry about making it look cute and pretty and coherent with the rest of the spread. So by making this little like flappy sticker thingy, it gives me a little spot that I can hide those notes in where I can put more private notes and I can kind of scribble it a little bit more and not have to worry about it making the whole spread look super messy. So this is where I'm going to put my work stuff. I wanted to have a work header, but this kit didn't come with labeled headers, which is fine. I don't really use them too often except for my work stuff. So I ended up pulling in this little like work script from a shop called Sarah Marie, and it was like the perfect teeny tiny little work script that fit perfectly in that little washi strip. So I have that header on there showing that that's my work section, but then I have the full box sticker kind of like flapped over it with my little box extender, whatever it is that I do. I'm also adding to the sidebar a list of the deliveries that I got this week. Apparently I got quite a few things from Etsy coming in, so I marked that with a Planner Kate Etsy sticker and this little delivery script from the shop Stick It Pretty. And I ended up having to use 2 sets of checklists because there were so many deliveries that there wasn't enough hearts on just the one sticker. And if you watch any of my other Plan With Me videos, you'll probably know that I love habit tracker stickers. I do a lot of habit tracking in my functional planner, and so I like to keep or pull some of the more key habits that I track into my memory keeping spreads as well. So there's never enough habit trackers and kits for me, so I did have to bring in a few extra. So I used the 2 blue ones that the kit came with, and then I pulled in that extra one from Planner Kate, which actually ended up going with the spread really well with kind of that like stitching effect. And then I also have this workout habit tracker from Fave Planner, FAV Planner. I don't know. I got them like forever ago. Like the ink is like cracking on those stickers, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently it is. And then here I was making another little sticker flap thingy. I was thinking I was going to put it at the top of my sidebar, but you'll see here after a little while I realized that there wasn't enough time. I did end up using this still though, so I just kind of put it off to the side. I probably use the little flappy thing way too often, like more than I should, but I'm really liking using those sorts of things in my planner. Although I don't really know what to call it other than like the little sticker flappy box extender thingy. I'm not using actual box extenders, but I know that's kind of like the industry standard, I guess, for what you call them in the planner community. But if anybody has any other ideas of what to call what I do here with, the little box flappy thing, let me know. But I decided to use this half box instead of that like full box here. I wanted to add some eating disorder recovery tracking and notes to my sidebar. And kind of like with the work stuff, there were some notes that were a little bit more personal that I wanted to add, and I did want to write more than I normally do just on like the stickers, and that can look pretty messy. I don't do like full journaling or anything, but there was, some notes and stuff that I wanted to add, and I write pretty tiny if I have to. And that can start looking pretty messy. So even if, it was a whole story that I wanted to share with the world, it looks ugly. And, when it comes to these memory keeping spreads, the looking ugly is not an option. I mean, sometimes it's inevitable, but I want to make it look good to the best of my abilities, so I'll just hide my ugly notes behind the sticker, and then no one will be the wiser. And then the half box also lets me add my own decoration to the front here. And so I used this cute little character sticker from a shop that's no longer open, and this recovery sticker, which was actually a custom script that I got from, where did I get it from? From It's a Hoot. So I added another little habit tracker in there and some space for some writing. And then I had this awkward amount of space at the top of my sidebar. It wasn't really enough space to add any other sticker that would make sense for functional planning. So I decided to just add some deco from the kit up there. And it didn't look as good as I was hoping, but it does the job. I think it's okay. But anyway, so New Year's Day this year was on a Sunday. So the following Monday was a bank holiday. So I grabbed the sticker from Happy Cutie Studio. I know marking bank holidays in a memory keeping planner doesn't really make sense, but I find it super satisfying. So I usually like to put them in there. And to start off the year strong on Monday, I had Chipotle for lunch. And that's kind of all I really had going on for my kind of morning work time part of the day. So I decided to move down to the bottom of the day to start putting my evening plans down to make sure that I had enough time. I'm going to kind of continue what I usually do with the Happy Planner pages for memory keeping, where I'll keep my morning and things that I do during the work part of the day towards the top. And then anything that I get done after work, I'll have towards the bottom, and I'll try to keep it in as chronological of an order as I can, or whatever makes sense. And then if there's space, I'll separate the first part of the day and my after work part of the day with a full box. So to make sure that I have enough space and to see if I can put a full box in there, I like to put my morning stuff down first, and then I cut down and start working from the bottom up for my evening stuff. So for this Monday, not too much going on, so I didn't need to take up too much space. I just did a little bit of online shopping, and then I also spent some time catching up in my planners, my functional planner, I'm assuming, but I didn't specify that in my notes, but I think it was just my functional planner. And then that left me plenty of room to add a full box, so I added that to separate the first part of my day and the last part of my day. And I like adding like glitter headers as kind of like a border to my full boxes, just to pull in the color for that day a little bit more. Getting into Tuesday, it was a rainy day, so I used this little rain cloud sticker from Sticker Okie. And then I wanted to show that I had a work meeting this day. Now, I do keep most of my work stuff in the sidebar, but anything that has like a specific time slot, mostly meetings, I do like to put that in like the days part of the week. This kit did come with these cute little work stickers, so I wanted to be able to utilize those, but they were pretty skinny, and I wanted to be able to add some notes under the sticker flap here. I've got to find a better word for that. Like, the word flap for me is just one of those weird words, like moist. It's just a gross word, but you know what I mean. So I did add a glitter header above that in this little flappy thing, just to try to add some height to that sticker and make it not so skinny and flimsy. And I think it turned out okay. I ended up doing that on a couple of other days as well. Now, the way that I know what to put down in my memory keeping spreads is I go based off of my functional planner, but my functional planner isn't always chronological. So I put down that I did my hair and makeup for that day, but after I put the stickers down, I realized that I probably spent extra time on my hair and makeup because I had a meeting that day, which isn't always the case. So I ended up having to rearrange some things. But, you know, working from home, if I don't have a meeting, I'm just going to probably wear like sweats and not worry about hair and makeup. So I know it's kind of a weird thing to note, but for me, doing something as simple as like looking put together for the day is kind of a big event for me. So I did use a character sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co. and from Frankie Lamb Stickers, I had that little quote sticker that says wake up and make up, just to kind of indicate that. Apparently I did have takeout for the second day in a row, but luckily the McDonald's box sticker from Scribble Prints Co. at least matches the kit, so at least it looked pretty. But don't worry, I did get some meal prep in that day, so I didn't have to eat too much more takeout. Although I'm sure I did end up eating a lot more because it was a problem over the winter. I love that the sticker kit comes with these little like check boxes. So I'm able to check things off. So I used that for, I got some script writing for YouTube videos done that evening. And then I also did some filming for TikTok videos. And for that, I grabbed this little character sticker from Joy of Planning. And man, I love those Joy of Planning character stickers. Again, not affiliated or anything, but I love that you can customize their hair color and skin tone. And as someone with purple hair who loves having purple hair, it's fun having a character that looks like me in my planner with purple hair. Wednesday was trash day, so it was just an excuse to use this pink trash can sticker that I've been hoarding in my reusable sticker book for like years and years. The pink wasn't perfect, but I'm just glad to get rid of it at this point. But on this Wednesday, I did have a virtual meeting with my dietitian. So I used this cute little character sticker from Planet Beautiful, which unfortunately is a shop that is closing. But that's pretty much all I had going on during the day. I also ended up going to bed early that evening, so I marked that with this sticker from Plan to Plan Sticker Co. and this little sleeping character from Sticker Okie. I'm guessing I had probably stayed up too late the night before working on YouTube stuff, so getting to Wednesday, I'm guessing I was probably just tired like all day. For dinner, I wanted to indicate that I had a HelloFresh meal that I had prepped the day before. It was Szechuan pork noodles is what I had written down. And actually, that's what I just had last night too, like in real time. So that's kind of like deja vu. And I did end up having enough space for a full box, so I was able to put that down. I tried to grab a full box that utilized the color pink more so than the others, but this was the best I could come up with. So I did add those glitter headers, and that helped add some more pink to the middle section of that day. On Thursday, I had written down that I slept in that morning, which isn't super unusual for me, but it is unusual for me to go to bed early. And for me to go to bed early and sleep in like in the same night is saying a lot. I must have been like really extra exhausted that night. I don't know how much sleep I ended up getting, but I wrote a lot of notes about it in my functional planner, so it seems like it was a significant amount of sleep. And I did also have a meeting for work that day, so I did that same little trick where I had the little work label and then also the glitter header to make that sticker a little extra taller. But that's pretty much all that went on for the beginning part of the day. The evening wasn't too exciting, but I did unclog my sink, which I remember was something that was on my to-do list for like ever. So I finally got that done. And then I also just spent some time getting caught up in my planner. There wasn't too much else that was going on that evening. I did want to add a little note about how I was feeling. So I didn't want the half box to be as bold as the rest of the stickers that were left. So I just cut off the top section of that little like stacked box, like super tall sticker that came in this kit, which is kind of a cool sticker. And then I used this little like anxious face from Suki and Lala because I wanted to write down that I had this huge anxiety attack that evening. So basically what happened here, okay, story time. So the apartment complex that I live at often gives out like little holiday treats, like just like a candy and like a card or something. And when they hand them out, a lot of times they'll put it at the front door, and a lot of times like put it in a like put the treats or whatever they're handing out in a bag and hang that bag on the doorknob. But when they did it on that day, and I don't know why they were handing stuff out on the 5th, I think it may be for like a New Year thing, I don't know. But they came around and handed them out at like 8:30 p.m. And I didn't know that they were handing out those treats that day. And so I don't even remember what they gave out. I just know like it was like 8:30 or something at night. And I heard somebody messing with the doorknob at my front door for what felt like forever. And I was like convinced that someone was trying to break in. And I was terrified. And it was a horrible experience, and I had this huge anxiety attack. It turns out it was just like chocolate or something and a note that was like Happy New Year. But it was not a good time. So I wanted to make sure that was in my planner. But anyway, getting back into Friday, I tried to take it easy after having a really rough Thursday night. So I just spent some time in my planner for that evening to kind of relax. Looks like I spent maybe a little too much time in my planner though, and I had a bit of a late night. I don't know. Who knows? what I was working on. It seems like I was getting a lot of planning done this week, a little bit more than normal. But I'm guessing I was probably just getting settled into the new planner, the new functional planner for the year. So Friday night, I spent some time in my planner, just binging some YouTube videos. On Saturday, I decided to take advantage of this like long sticker thingy and kind of fold it so that it's its own little flappy thing. I don't know. Maybe that's what this sticker is intended for. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably what it was intended for. At first, I thought maybe it was supposed to be like a tall sidebar kind of box thing, but now I'm thinking I probably did exactly what it's intended for. I thought I was doing some like really ingenious like engineering, like sticker engineering here, but it's probably what that sticker's for anyway. But anyway, it worked really well. I used that like flappy sticker stack thingy, whatever you want to call it. The thing that you see me holding right now, I used that to mark that it was a friend's birthday that day. And I really like how that worked. I kind of wish that other sticker kits had something like this where you could make your own little flappy sticker thing. But like I said, I really do like what is included in these Planner Pixie Co. Sticker kits. I think there's a few stickers in there that are kind of unique and not something that you see with other sticker kits. So that worked out nicely. And then I used a little happy birthday script sticker from It's a Hoot to mark the front of that sticker. And then this is actually the first time I've used one of those like continuing full box scenes, like a scene that takes up 2 full boxes. It's the first time that I've ever used that in the Sadies Stickers inserts, which I guess makes sense. This is my first time using stickers in a Sadies Stickers insert. But it was really cool because I feel like this is how they're usually designed, to have that break in the picture, which I don't usually get with the Happy Planner inserts or the regular pages. It was a little bit harder to lay down though, since there was that gap. It was a little bit harder to get it straight. So I did end up having to use a separate page of stickers as like a straight edge. But I think it turned out really cool. But on Saturday, I got McDonald's for the second time this week, which don't judge, but I know that wasn't the best decision. And then I did get a few things done that evening. I got some laundry done. I also got some gift wrapping done. So the next day, I celebrated Christmas with my parents. So me being me, I procrastinated pretty bad on wrapping their gifts. So I got that done the night before. So I marked that with this Joy of Planning character sticker. And here's the ornament that I got from a shop on Etsy called Sister Nikki Creations. And it's a cute little angel holding a Diet Coke can, and it's handmade, and it's so cute. So I wanted to make sure that there was a picture of it in like the memory keeping part of my planner. But you see how the colors of the photo just really clash with the rest of the spread. So that's one of the things that I like about this little like box extender sticker flap sort of situation. I'm able to add pictures like that into the planner without really disrupting the rest of the spread. But like I said, I spent Sunday with my parents, so we went to Mass together in the morning and then exchanged gifts and then had kind of a formal Christmas dinner with just the 3 of us. And so I wanted to put the picture in the memory keeping part of my planner, and I decided to use it kind of like a full box, which I don't usually do for photos for the memory keeping planner. I usually cover them like I did with the ornament on Saturday, but this one actually kind of matches the spread. So my mom always makes sure that the table is set beautifully whenever we have kind of a more formal dinner. And the table setting actually kind of goes with the rest of the stickers that I'm using for the week. It's not a perfect match, but it's close enough. And I think it goes better for the day than any of the other full boxes that are available, so it works for me. I did end up using glitter headers to kind of border the picture like what I do with full boxes, so that also helped pull in the colors from the kit into this section of the day a little bit more, since the photo isn't an exact match, although it is pretty close, but adding the pink in there really helped. The table setting wasn't the only thing decorated beautifully for Christmas. My parents also have a beautiful, huge, giant Christmas tree that was decorated and twinkly with lights, so I wanted to add a picture of that to my planner, but it didn't match as well as the table setting photo, so I'm kind of tucking that one away. The picture was pretty big, but that's okay because it was being hidden by the table setting photo, which is also really big. So it's nice that I was able to cut a custom size box extender with that sticker paper that I have. I ended up reaching for a black ink pen again to fill out this spread, which is something that I've been doing a lot lately, which is weird for me. Usually for my memory keeping spreads, I like to keep my pen colors colorful and match the spread a little bit better, mostly just as an excuse to use all the different colored pens that I have, which there are many, but I've been sticking with black ink a lot lately, and actually I did end up smudging it a little bit on a couple of these stickers, so maybe that's just like a sign that I should be using different pens. So we'll see, maybe in the next spread I'll mix things up a little bit, but for now, for this spread, I'm just using black ink like a regular boring planner girl. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of zip through filling out the rest of the spread so I can show you what it looks like once it's done. Oh, I totally forgot. I did end up grabbing a few different colors to mark the different Catholic celebrations throughout the week. So I was able to pull in the different colors to match like the specific days. And they're like these metallic Pilot G2 pens. So I used a black Pilot G2 to fill out most of the spread. But for the holidays, I did pull out the metallic Pilot G2s in the colors that match that specific day. And I think it turned out really nice. I do really love different colored pens. I have a ton of different colored pens. So I'm glad I was able to pull in a few kind of at the last minute here. But I know I've been using a lot of black ink lately in my Plan With Me videos. That's definitely not my norm, so hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more colorful pens from me in the future. But here's my overall spread. Here's how it looks completed. I hope you like it. I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Dang it, Minnie. I haven't even started yet. Really? Oh my gosh.